Good morning, students. Welcome back again with our topic of geotech engineering. Today's topic is seepage or in soil. So let's start. Seepage is the slow escape of liquid or gas through porous material or small holes. As you can see in the figure, when there is a storage of water in a stop dam or any other dam, then you can see some part of that water gets percolated through the soil and transferred from one place to other place. As you can see the blue lines here, which causes the failure of the structure also. So seepage is one of the application of groundwater hydraulic. The aims of studying seepage in civil engineering are as follows. The first object is or aim for studying seepage is to find the discharge of seepage through and beneath the structure. Second objective is to find uplift pressure under the structure. Third is to find solution for foundation and piping failures. So these are the objectives for studying the seepage of any structure or in civil engineering. Now, what are the seepage theories which have been designed or identified for understanding seepage? Hydraulic structures may either be founded on an impervious solid rock foundation or on a pervious foundation. Whenever such a structure is founded on pervious foundation, it is subjected to seepage of water beneath the structure, in addition to all other forces. As you can see in the figure, at upstream side there is a force F1, and at the downstream side there is also a force F2. So in case of no till water, you can see gamma H1 is uplift pressure at a distance of B, and in case of tall water exist gamma H1 and gamma H2. This is the schematic diagram of the dam. Now, the water seeping below the body of the hydraulic structure endanger the stability of the structure and may cause its failure by either by piping, also called undermining, or by direct uplift. So these are the factors by which the structure can be uh, failed due to seepage of that structure. Now, if we want to know about the seepage theories, then the first factor which is responsible for the failure of structure is failure by piping or undermining. So, when seepage water retains sufficient residual force at the emerging downstream end of the work, it may lift up the soil particles. This leads to increased porosity of the soil by progressive removal of the soil from beneath the foundation. The structure may ultimately subsidize into the hollow so formed, resulting in failure of the structure. As you can see in the figure, when the water started percolating through the structure, it forms a pipe like structure or a hollow structure in the structure or beneath the structure, so by which the water from the one side travels to the other side, and which forms a structure unstable, or we can say the support system of that structure is now disconnected on both sides, by which it tends to fail, or by which it the dam or the structure started to fail. Now, the second factor or point by which the seepage failure happens is failure by direct uplift. The water seeping below the structure exert an uplift pressure also on the floor of the structure. If this pressure is not counterbalanced by the weight of the concrete or masonry floor, the structure will fail by rupture or rupture of the part of the floor. As you can see in the figure, there is a force of water on the structure on the one side and the other side also. But if when the seepage started, then the water tends to exert a force which is known as uplift pressure. Okay, and that uplift pressure is counterbalanced by the weight of the structure, which is known as dead weight of that structure. But if that weight is smaller than that uplift pressure, then it will make the structure unstable and the structure will collapse or fail. So generally there are three types of seepage theories in which the first one is Blind's creep theory, second one is lane weighted creep theory, and the third one is Khosla theory. So all these three theories are used to know the seepage in the structure or in the in soil mechanics or in the hydraulic structure or in a civil engineering. So that's all for today. So we will cover these three theories in the next lecture. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thank you.